Welcome everyone to a little demo of a Steam game called Onion Force. Now, we were contacted by the developers of this game, Queen Bee, specifically by Kathleen, to play the demo of this game for you guys. This is a tower defense game. I haven't played any tower defense, so there's no real games I can compare it to. Right now, it's kind of bare bones, but there is some decent fun out of it. I don't know how it has changed since they sent us this. We got the email for this in February of this year, so I apologize profusely to Kathleen and her husband. I had meant to put this up a long time ago. But I did get some fun out of this demo. I will say the art style is a little strange. Very sort of cartoonish. Now the demo, I think, is only these 5 levels. We've got a fairy buddy who doesn't really do anything right now. She just sort of helps us out. Tells us what to do. We have 3 classes to play with, each with different modes of attack. The warrior, I think, is the most useful. Because this game is sort of just a one-button click game. What's happening here is I'm just clicking the mouse around the field and my character is dashing along the ground and attacking everything. And that's how you play the game. Just click and dash around. You pretty much play the game entirely with the mouse. Not necessarily a point against it, though, because they know how to utilize it. I will give that. So as a tower defense, we needed to protect that very angry king from his little rock fort getting destroyed by some enemies on their way. Basic enemies are just little blobby gels, and to attack you click into them and just ram your body into them. That reduces my stamina, the yellow bar, but it also reduces my health. And this is why I think the warrior is the best class, because he has the most innate defense. But I feel like dashing headlong at enemies is the best way to attack. The archer and the mage, they generally attack with ranged. So like bowman with arrows, mage with spells. But this, no matter what, I feel like using your whole body does the most damage. It's probably something you still have to work on. Nice. So if the tower doesn't get attacked at all, you get a bonus. That gold I picked up and the onions I got for getting perfect, I used that to upgrade either myself or those little towers that I built. The thing that I built there was an archery tower, and that helps fight off the enemies as they come along. The paths that each different level takes become a lot more twisty and windy, and there's a lot more towers you want to set up, either with arrows to fend off the enemies, or healing tents to recover your health, because you're not going to be able to just constantly smack them all on your own. Also, depending on the difficulty that you took, you'll get more stars, and then you use those stars to upgrade your towers. So let's try out the bowman. Bowman controls sort of the same as the warrior, only there's a ranged attack. And this to let you know that there are secrets. It's not just all paths. Sometimes you're able to break through the fence and access new areas. And you can get extra gold. I think that's a bow upgrade item. Yeah, copper short bow. So I think I'll be able to attack a little bit more. You definitely want to set up sniper huts nearby your king. That was a lucky shot. And I got an onion for that. I'm not entirely sure... Well, I didn't pick up the onion, but I'm not entirely sure what you do in order to get it. You get onions for doing cool things. That's about as much as I know. So here, just by holding down the mouse, that's how you use the bow. Uses up stamina pretty quickly. I guess just the warrior, that tactile reaction feels better to me. You can probably still attack with your body, you just don't have as much defense. You definitely, once you get to level 2 and beyond, you want to set up a medical tent. At least for these first 5 levels, you only really need 1, though. The location, though, you might need to do a level more than once to know the most ideal place. This middle section, I think, is a good place for the medical tent for this level. We've got a bigger slime. And I think once I've destroyed those, it breaks up into little ones. There are a couple of cases where I end up, I think, clicking outside of the window. Controlling is a little funky. There, I finally noticed the onion. Control's a little funky, because you can only go where you click and you end up rocketing there. There's no precise control. You can only do what you've told the mouse to do. Also, the music is really weird, but in kind of a fun way. Destroying things because sometimes in those secret areas there will be treasure chests. I probably already opened it. I think by now... I might have needed more money. That's probably why I haven't set up another sniper hut. The game does tell you what wave you're on up in the top right. And an onion is more important than my king right now. I get the feeling I'm about to lose this. Yep, there goes the king. Ooh, it's all bloody. That's a shame. So let's see how the wizard fares. Wizard is a lady. I got another onion. Yeah, wizard is a little bit slower, but I feel like more powerful. Well, that dude, those guys are fast. But it will be bragging rights once more people buy this game. Okay, I'm not worried about... Ooh. If you run out of health, you are able to cycle to one of the other characters. You don't immediately fail like if the king dies. Those snipers are so helpful. So let's get another one in there. I do really like this bizarre-ass music. Hang on. I know my priorities. This is where the controls can get the most frustrating, trying to catch up with something. That sniper was super good. But, like, you're so far away, and, like, if you end up clicking too fast, it sort of... you fuck with your momentum. I don't think there's any penalty necessarily for if your characters die. I'm sure we're about to find out. But I do know... you can't tell this by looking in the corner, but your characters do recover over time. You don't lose them permanently. Or at the very least, for the entirety of the rest of the level, you just have to wait for them to recover. Onions are a key element, you use that for upgrades. And it has a certain visual element to it. Like, the guys don't look exactly like onions. But there is a visual flair to it. You see, Lady D's explaining it right now. I like that the bowman looks like an elf as well. Because references. See, this is the internal struggle. Deciding between saving the king or collecting all the money. I got a lucky. When that happens, it just sprays out coins. Ooh, this got dangerously close. But I did it. So, no penalty for someone dying, but that probably does affect you getting a perfect. So let's see if I can try this again. I think I'm trying this on medium. Here we go. No, my character is going to do a tornado attack. Now, since this is the tutorial level, it is giving me the tutorial again. So we're going to skip through that. There we go. So the tornado is when you dive into an enemy, you'd send out a tornado, which also attacks other enemies. And also really nice, the tornado... Wow, I was not paying attention. The tornado also pushes enemies back. So, yep. You don't get a perfect if any of your characters die. But I did get more stars for that. Now my bowman leveled up ahead of the others, because all the others have died, but he hasn't. Upgrading the medical tent will allow me to heal faster. Yeah, the tornado is very good with the warrior. Alright, it seems that the tornado is only a temporary power-up. Thank you, Lady D. I'm surprised you believe in me after everything I've done so far. Two sniper points right at the start of the level. Highly necessary. I do have a question for you, Lady D. Why are there so many kings just hanging out along these paths that need protecting? Or do we only have one king with a whole lot of really shitty houses? There we go. Medical tent. A better collected pile of rocks. Ooh, and I've got a sword upgrade. As soon as I kill this guy, I can pick it up. A little bit of an increase in damage. Orange jubs. Yep, I like these guys' appearance. This game is so bloody for such an innocent appearance. I like some of the flavor text here as well. God, it's just a pileup of death. And finally, my warrior has leveled up. Man, that tornado is so useful. I guess I could see why it's only a temporary power-up, because if you could do that permanently, that would so just fuck everything up. Level 3. Yeah, I guess we should get the wizard up a little bit. Ooh, bomb tower. I want. Give me. I don't know why I'm concerned with the leveling up of my classes, because this is a demo, and I can only play the first 5 levels. Alright, bomb tower. Impress me. I think the bomb tower is actually quite useful for an upcoming level. If not this one, right here. I kind of expected that. And I got a heart. I can use that to recover my health if I ever get in a bind. Yeah, here I'm kind of doing a bad thing where I keep clicking. You just need to click once, and your character will dash that way. I guess that's sort of what bothers me. It's a little unintuitive, and just trying to figure out how the one-button controls work. And there's just so much going on. The bomb tower is not as useful as the sniper tower. And I still don't have enough money for a sniper tower, so we're stuck with what we've got. Maybe it'll impress me. This might be the enemy that the bomb tower is actually required in order to kill. Yep, the snails. If that is indeed what they are. Granted, they died pretty quickly anyway. So yeah, they got a little more health. Or a spee-holy bug. Yeah, the knight is kind of a cubed in America. I couldn't say it normally. Oh my god. You get pounded with enemies. Wow, that is lucky. I got a level up just in time before I died. Or maybe it was just before I ran out of stamina. Thanks for telling me near the end of the wave. Yeah, they're weak to bombs. Probably should have told you when we met, but now that I've used all your money on snipers and medical tents. I mean, they're dying pretty quickly anyway. It is taking care of them pretty decently, though. Reaper Holland, how dare you. Alright, final level of the demo. There's only one way to go into this one. I cannot upgrade any of them. Energy Ball. Alright, impress me. You can see the levels are getting a lot more twisty, just in order to increase the surface area. Get a sniper tent and a medical tent set up as early as you can. That's an interesting picture. She does have the appearance of a sort of off-model Don Bluth character. Like I said, this is the February 2016 demo. Oh, the energy balls don't do too much damage, but it did stun them pretty decently. Now we've got red gels. Wow, look at that. Yeah, that's sticking it to him pretty nicely. Oh, frig. A beholder? Holy hell. How's that for a final boss of this area? Or I guess the boss in general. We haven't met a boss yet. Me and my English. What is that face? I could see a lot more strategy with these energy balls, or even with the tornado, being viable if there was more control in your movement. And then the music becomes awesome when the beholder shows up. It's very cheap MIDI, but kind of charming. Kind of reminds me of some of my dad's really old music, which he just did with this old Zoom pedal and a drum machine. Not letting the beholder anywhere near him. Okay, I'm kind of doing that accidentally. Oh man, beholder has a lot of health. He does look doofy, but he is strong as hell. And he's down. Okay, that's the word you want to use, Lady D. Lady D. Lady D D D. D D D D D. And that opens up level 6. Except not. Since this is the demo, as soon as I click on level 6, it takes me back to the title screen. But final thoughts. Just from that, I see a lot of promise with the game. Obviously, I can't compare it to any other tower defense games. I haven't played any of them, but I did like it. It is a good amount of fun. There's some interesting things you can do in the game. Some interesting ways they work around the one mouse button control scheme. I feel like there is more control you could give for that. I'm not sure what the current build of the game is. And once again, I do apologize profusely to the developers for waiting so long to play the demo for them. But the game is on Steam. It successfully made it through Steam Greenlight. So congratulations to them for making it on there. It's one of the few games like to make it on a green light that probably deserved it, especially as of these last couple years. So if the demo at all interested you, give it a look. Onion Force by Queen Bee Games. Thank you, Kathleen, for giving us the demo to check out, and hopefully this was of some use to you guys.